Block 2, Managing HRD, that is under that, it is Unit 7, Analysis of Performance and Career Planning. And Block 3, HRD in Practices, Unit 8, HRD Culture and Climate. Let's understand more on the analysis of performance and career planning. When we talk about the performance management, this is a systematic process to improve the individual and organizational performance, which was quoted by Armstrong in 2006. It aims to maximize the employee capabilities in the interest of both employee and organization. Here, the employee capability refers to, the education, the certifications they have, and what kind of work they are doing, their job roles, and overall. It defines the roles and responsibilities of employees, duties and accountabilities which is given to them, required competencies and expected behavior. So all these combinedly creates the employee capability, which is measured and through some systematic processes or systems or some tools and techniques that overall makes the creates the analysis of performance management. The main goal of high performance culture, where the employees take ownership of their performance, where the employees are expected to take care of or be accountable of their own performance or the targets given to them. Teams focus on continuous improvement, and leadership provides the direction and framework. So overall, when we generally say that the organizations are they have highly performed culture, or they are highly performed organizations, that means the employees, the teams, and the leadership team or the strategic team is aligned together. The employees are accountable for their own work and performances. Teams are focusing on the regular or the continuous improvement, and the strategic team is aligned with the individual and team objectives. So performance management is not one-time process. It is a continuous and proactive process, which is mainly on the annual appraisal, but sometimes it's seen that in some companies it is on a biannual also or quarterly also, depends on the functions and the services of organization. Performance management is integrated with daily work activities. All the targets given to them, to the employees, on a daily basis or on weekly basis or on quarterly basis. So that creates a integrated system where it is aligned and cumulatively get into the performance management systems, that is also called as PMS. A strong system leads to higher productivity, higher employee engagement, better profitability, and value addition to the organization. So overall, when we talk about the processes, the systems, so it combinedly not only really, defines the productivity of an organization, but also the employee engagement, how the employees are engaged in. It's not only engagement that they are involved in the process. They involved in the strategies, building the policies and all also, or how they are accountable or how they are responsible to the work assigned to them. And definitely this creates a value to the organization on a whole. So systems theories says or focuses on holistic thinking in an organization. When we say holistic, it emphasizes on interdependence, interaction, openness, and synergy. So organization is seen to be as an open system where it takes inputs from the organization, the processes, the inputs, the outputs, that whatever output is the organizations are getting. So the feedback system. So all this combinedly creates the open system, which focus on the holistic thinking of in an organization. So when the open system is integrated, when everything is aligned together, the change happens, and change is one part affects the entire system. It is one process which affects the entire system, whether it is an open system or closed system. So organizations must adapt to the environmental changes to survive. The future resources depends on current performance. Whatever be the current performance going on within an organization, as per the objectives of the organization, the individuals, the teams, the groups. So all this combinedly comes together. They integrate together, and it influences not only the inputs, whatever the inputs they are giving to the organization, but also the output, and finally results to the organizational growth, which influences combinedly as a performance of an organization. So there is a historical perspective of behaviorism in the business. It is seen that behaviorism was developed in 20th century along with the management science. So early management was focused on scientific management, where the certain rules and were designed by the F.W. Taylor, also known as father of scientific management, and 14 principles given by the Henry Fayol. So these two scholars, the management theorists, were mainly focused on the administrative, and F.W. Taylor was focused more on the scientific management. Later, after working on the administrative or scientific management, the it comes that human relations is equally important. The employees behavior is equally important, along with the to enhance the productivity and performance of an organization. Then the human relation movement or the behavioral theory come in picture, which focus mainly on the human factor in organization, because it was seen that productivity can be enhanced if it is aligned with the motivations or the factors which is required for to perform in a better manner on a human grounds. So mainly the key assumptions was that human behavior influences the performance, and the motivation and needs matter. If a person is not motivated, a person cannot be able to perform at the best of their abilities and capabilities. So the contributors towards the human relations movement was Elton Mayo, who worked on human relations studies, Douglas McGregor, who worked on theory X and theory Y, where the theory X and theory Y was bifurcated by hygiene factors and motivator factors. Rensis Lickard worked on the management system. Robert Blake and Jane Monton worked on managerial grid. And the Fred Fedler worked on contingency models. So there were certain models, a system, the processes, which were mainly focused on the human behavior aspects, and more inclined how the human behavior influences the overall performance of the employees. So the behavioral approach mainly relates with the human actions, which was influenced by the internal motives. Later researchers link it with psychology and economics. These researchers were Herbert Simon, Syed Marsh, George Cantona, Harvey Lebinstein, and John Cornyn. So these researchers mainly link all these behavioral aspects with a human, because this is all related with the human behavior. They relate with the psychology of human being, and economics. When we say it relates with economics, then it relates with the productivity and the output of an organization. The behaviorism expanded into organizational behavior. It is not only about the individual behavior. It is when it was expanded, because individuals are working in an organization which overall impact the organization, so it expanded to the organizational behavior and economic decisions making. All these factors, what are the factors which relates to the profitability and the productivity, which impacts the profitability and productivity of an organization. How can an organization culture can be created, what can be the behavior of an organization, the framework, the processes, the policies, the systems. All this comes under the behaviorism. So the behavior, performance, and management, these three terms are very interrelated. The non-role behavior also contribute to the organizational effectiveness, in a sense that job performance behavior includes some measurable actions. Whatever the target given to the employees, how they are completing the target, within what time, within the stipulated time, or they are taking more time. So it that can be measured. These are linked with the organizational objectives as well, and the behavioral patterns are often stable, and it is difficult to change, because that is the human behavior. That is how they are working, what motivates them, what are the motivating factors for them. Every individual have different needs and different motives to work on the performance of their work. So how the individuals are performing in on what level. So all these things are aligned together with the organizational goals and individual goals as well. So when we talk about the performance interventions, these interventions include the motivation of the employees, the needs to analyze the needs of the employees, how they are motivated, how to improve the productivity, how to increase the satisfaction, or maybe whatever, what are the factors to increase the satisfaction and productivity, which supports the organization culture, supports the organization climate, or overall the process. So all these interventions include not only to analyze or to not only to see the needs of employees, but overall the what impacts the overall productivity of an organization, which is aligned with the organizational climate. So, the personality also plays a very important role in the performance and work behavior of an employees. So, there are few theories which we will, discuss on this. So, one very important theory, which is known as Big Five personality trait theory, or maybe it is also known to be as Big Five theory. So here the consciousness, neuroticism, extraversion, agreeableness, and openness to experience are the five main traits of an personality, which defines that how what kind of person, or what is the basic personality of an employees, which affects not only their overall productivity, but their commitment towards the organization, the stress level of their and the job satisfaction, or even the career success, how they can be able to successful in the in their own career, or what career they can be able to take it further, within as per their capabilities, and what is aligned with them along with the organization goals. So this behavior can be studied on individual level. Individual level refers to how, what are the personal behavior, or how a person, as a person, they behave, as an individual towards a specific job, or specific targets, or specific objectives. Then is dike level. Dike level refers to when the two people are interacting. So sometimes the behaviors are different, to when they are interacting two people, or in a dike level, when an employee is interacting in a team, interacting in a group. So then the what is the behavior of the same employee. So all this analysis is done on the basis of the reactions they give on, maybe on the same situations or same circumstances, and not only on an individual direct level or a group team level, but also on the organization level, how the person reacts, how the person gives the output, and how the person or an employee behave in a specific manner. So all these behaviors are analyzed further and studied for the further to check even the not only the personality, but also the performance, or the it plays a very important role in overall employee performance. So ABC of behavior and performance refers to the behavior includes the mental actions, the physical actions, the emotional actions, even the social actions, because the behavior is when we talk about the behavior analysis, it is not only about their reactions, but also about what actions they are taking, not emotionally, but also not socially, but also emotionally and physically as well. And what's actually the mental attitude of that person reflects in their reactions. The behavior influenced not only by their own the culture, the values, but also very much influenced by the ethics, the society, and the heredity. Because that combinedly there are certain behaviors which comes along biologically, comes along with the person, and that sometimes reflects on their at their workplace also. So these all things, when combined together, when comes together on the social actions, on the the emotional actions that comes along with any of these factors, which can be hereditary or societal or values or the culture they belongs to. It not only affects their own performance, their individual performance, but also affects overall team performance, team results, because these combinedly creates the productivity, these combinedly creates the performance, the overall impacts the employee performance. So the behavior based performance measurement focused on skills, knowledge and abilities, which is also known as KSAs. Skills refers to the practical applications of their whatever knowledge they have. Knowledge refers to their qualification or the content, the basic context and the content what they are expertise into, and the abilities, how much able they are able to, or what is their capability of doing that specific job. Competencies again refers to how competent they are to do a particular job. The examples of competencies are communication or the customer service, innovation or reliability. So these are measured, or these behavior based competencies are based on competencies mainly. For example, a sales professional is required to deal with or the job description is like they need to deal with the clients on a daily basis, and they need to have good communication skills, a good verbal communication skills, where they are interacting clients on a regular basis, and how they communicate to them, what are their articulation, what how skilled they are in the negotiation skill, negotiations part, and how capable they are in the customer service as well. So if we see from that from that particular job role, we can see more in the hospitality industry that the communication or the customer service is very much of the organizations are very focused on that, the presentation, the way they communicate. And if we see the other sectors, the manufacturing industries, of course communication is important, but there are certain other capabilities and certain other skills which are required to work in that particular segment or particular work areas. So the competencies can be differ, the behavior can be differ as per the products and services of an organization, which overall creates the overall the productivity, or improve the productivity, help the employees to increase the productivity of their not only on their own but overall the organization as well. So the motivation is one very important factor which drives a person to achieve their goals. So the motivation has mainly three parts, which is arousal, which that is the energy to act, the direction, that is choice of a behavior, and the persistence, effort over time. So these three parts, because when a person is motivated, they get the arousal of getting the things done, and then they choose that what behavior they need to adapt, or they need to react on what situations, that is the direction, and the persistence is what effort they are putting over the time. So that creates the motivation, and that can be measurable also, that can be analyzed also on the basis of these things, on whether employees perform better when it is seen, it is researched that when they are appreciated, they are recognized, when they are challenged, because some people are very, they get motivated if they get the challenges, or maybe that shows a personality that they don't want to get into the monotonous work, or maybe the same work which is assigned to them. So all these when things are combined together, that gives a better analysis on the behavior of the employees, and give the direction, of what motivates them and what makes them, what are the factors which makes them to do better in their work areas. So the motivation not only improves the productivity, it also, because productivity is linked with the job performance, and it is also relates with the commitment towards the work, commitment towards the role or the responsibilities, and the commitment towards the organization. So these three factors, these three elements are very important to improve the motivation overall. So there are certain other factors which which are very important for the motivation, that is salaries relates to the monetary part. I mean the incentives, the salaries, of course money is one of the very important motivator. Then is training and development, again motivates the employees, which gives the not only the development, not only relates with the development, and when they attend the trainings and development programs, that increase the self confidence, that increase the productivity. It is seen that they are more enthusiastic to work, or they are feel more confident and motivated to do the work. The good environment here means the culture of an organization, the communication. If the communication is transparent, when there is a proper feedback system, and the open communication is preferred in an organization, it is seen that it is also one of the motivational factor of the employees. And the recognition and appreciation, everybody likes that. It creates a psychological impact on the work performance. As the what the money cannot do, sometimes the appreciation do. The growth opportunities, if the employees see the growth and opportunities within an organization, or the succession planning is done in a proper manner, that also motivates the employees. So the performance management system, or the PMS, overall includes the objective setting, planning, monitoring, feedback, and evaluation. So PMS is linked with the career management, the training and development, the compensation and benefits, succession planning, and the talent management. The performance objectives, when we talk about the objective, because that is the foremost important part of the PMS. These objectives has to be very clear, that has to be measurable, observable, and it is aligned with the job. It is aligned with the job description, and the objectives should be well defined and well measurable also for the further analysis. So it is mainly focused on the key priorities, the targets, the time limits, the performance indicators. So all these creates the performance objectives, which is required for the performance management. So second is the planning. When the performance planning is done, it is done by the managers and employees both. It should be aligned with the job descriptions, which is, or the job role analysis has to be done in a proper manner within whatever be the description is given. It should be aligned with the individual objectives also. It not only includes the planning in terms of action planning on what needs to be done, but also the short term goals can be, maybe short term goals refers to the quarterly targets, or the quarterly objectives, or half yearly, or maybe few months, or even the weekly. So and it also includes the long term goals can be from more than 1 year. And maybe it is said that when a manager and a subordinate sits together, and they set the goal by next year, where they can see, if the manager asks from an employees or their subordinates, their team members, where they can see themselves after a year, or 2 years after the from the existing position. So the long term goals can be set, long term can be set on these bases. They can plan the things accordingly. So for example, employees on you know executive level, and they by next year they wanted to be on the supervisory level. So all these goals are set to what they have to done, what they need to do to achieve those goals. So based on that, the action planning is designed, the framework is designed. So it not only helps in the communication between the managers and the subordinates, but also improve the system, the improve the relationship among the employees, and the continuous feedback framework as well. So it should be year round, not yearly. It should not be one time at the end of the year or maybe end of the financial year, but it should be on a formative assessments. Time to time, all these things can be done on a specific tenures. So it includes not only the goal setting, the action planning, but also the monitoring and coaching is equally important. And the feedback system has to be very clear, so that the next step, what they are taking, what the employees are taking, and if the direction is clear from the manager's point of view, the timely feedback is given to them, the correct feedback, what the corrective actions they can take. So that improves not only their learning but also the overall productivity. So managers must know how to motivate their subordinates, their team members, how to coach them, how to monitor them. If there is any conflict, how to resolve them at the within the shortest period of time, and the behavior understanding among them, among the team members, between them, between him and the the within the relationship between the manager and each team member. So role of manager in performance management is very important. Managers should observe performance, give feedbacks, motivate employees, solve the problems, support development, and adjust the supervision level. Because if there are suppose 10 members in a team, so every member maybe the motivation factors can be different, the kind of support they need, that can be different from person to person. So here the manager need to be very apply different actions and different strategies to deal with those subordinates. So overall, when we talk about the performance management system, that has to be very fair, very transparent. Everything has to be documented. The recognition methods which can be used during the performance management can be public appreciations. It is seen that most of the organization give the certificates or the badges, or during their meetings within the team or within an organization. They appreciate the employees by giving not only by monetary benefits, but also maybe the non-monetary benefits, or appreciate them in front of everyone. That is very important factor which motivates the employees. Private feedback, when sometimes it is required to give them the private feedback, or the one-to-one coaching can be done, or mentoring can be done on an individual levels. Awards and incentives, of course, play a very important role in performance management. So the technology which is required at the performance management, these days modern systems are working on cloud platforms, machine learning, predictive analysis, and chatbot coaching. So all these benefits, all these help in less manual work, faster evaluation, real-time feedback, because everything is documented, everything is on machine, everything is at that particular time it is stored. So the real time feedback can be given to them on a regular basis, or on the continuous feedback system can be created. So analyzing the human performance is on mainly on three main parameters. One is behavioral measures, results measures, and development measures. So main purpose is to link the employee work with the organization goals, to improve the performance, to increase the satisfaction of overall satisfaction of the employees. So these the tools can be used as competency models, job analysis, interviews, surveys, observations, or the focus groups. So behavior can be measured on their the habits and the behavior or the reactions. Results measures refers to the targets given to them, which directly impacts the productivity, and the development measures how much they are developing themselves with the interventions or without the interventions, because everybody have their own personal competencies also, which which keeps them or makes them intact with the organization goals. So sometimes even not with a proper formal training and trainings also, it is seen that some employees are take the self-paced development programs, or they increase their own capabilities in a on their own, in their own manner. So what is the development of those employees during that time? So that analysis can be done. So overall, when we are talking about the performance management systems, that is directly relates with the career. The career is important part of the personal and professional life. Everybody is working for career. Everybody is even educating themselves for the career. Whatever they decide, that is aligned with their career. So it is not only with the professional life, it is also on the personal note as well. So it includes not only the education, the qualifications, edification, expertise in that particular area, but also includes the social decisions, economic activities, the personal values, the ethics, what they are carrying, their life experiences. So all these includes in a career, because only qualification or only experience also doesn't work sometimes. Life experience here relates with the personal experience as well as the performance work experience. So overall, career is a sequence of work related activities over the lifetime or over their career span. So whatever they have, person has worked in particular activities, the tenure of, along with what responsibilities they handle in that particular that particular time span, that is a, when it is put it in a sequential manner, when it is seen in a sequential seen as a sequential activities, that is referred to as career. It is influenced by family, the society, the personal choices, and the opportunities they get it time to time. So career does not only mean promotion or success, it also means the continuous work and development over the period of time. So features of career development is developing the competencies such as knowledge, skill, attitude, values, traits, and abilities. It provides a direction for career goals. It strengthens the work involvement. It aligns the personal goals with organization goals. It improves the motivation and satisfaction, and continuous and lifelong process. So career development is not one-time process. It is not like that a person achieved to some specific designation or at some specific profile. So after that also there is something or maybe some other goal they may develop after reaching that particular position. So it is a continuous process. It because when a person is moving towards the career development, when they have a clear career directions or clear career goals, it helps them to work more, it motivates them, and overall it gives the satisfaction. So it focuses on the personal values, interests, goals, and aspirations, and the individual may need, when we say from an individual perspective of career development, that is training, education, and skill development. The career choice is influenced by personality, because when we see from individual perspective, the Personality plays a very important role in overall career choices or overall career development. So these choices influenced by the personality, what is the habits, the values of a person, what is the, how the person, it's not only about the physical abilities but also the mental abilities and the behavior abilities of of an individual. So Holland personality types are known to be as whether a person is realistic or investigative, artistic, social, whether a person is enterprising or have some entrepreneurial traits with them, conventional, or maybe how a person is better self-aware about, because it gives the better career decisions. It gives them the better career decisions. So these factors which affects the career decisions are work life balance, growth opportunities, personal values, environment, and job satisfaction. So overall the career decision is taken around the work life balance, the growth opportunities, and the individual habits, the individual values what they create around the the environment they are working in, or their own personal environment, how satisfied they are with the job. So overall these factors affects the career decision. So the personality type which is given, because these again help to identify or help to choose the right career, whether a person is social or not, how the person, how much they are realistic, or how are they really rational, are they really have an investigative nature or not. So that according to the job description, according to the jobs given to them, or maybe the further career choice, these personality types can help to choose the career types within them. So when we see from organizational perspective of career development, that is through training and development, job rotation, promotion, transfer, and career paths. The role of HR or the HR manager or HRD departments is about what is the job description designed by them, or the training and training programs or the interventions they design and deliver to the employees. The career, are they what is the succession planning and the career planning for the employees. So here managers also play a very important role, where they guide the employees for their future career plans, provide the feedback, encourage the learning, and create the overall good work environment or the good organization culture. Because overall, when we say the good organization culture, it is created not only by the individuals, but it is an integrated and comprised approach of individual teams and organization overall on every level. So good career planning is is respond if the career planning is good, or the succession planning is there in the organization, it helps it to retain the good talent, or retain the good employees or the productive employees within in the organization also. It reduces the employee turnover as well. So there are different career stages on different levels, because here different age groups. When we see the early career stage, the first stage, which is nearly about 20 years, when a person is of 20, 21 years, the main characteristics are, it is seen that they explore the different jobs, they learn about work, and they identify their own interest. The need here is more on acquiring the skills, gaining the experience, because their objective is to how they can gain the experience, how they can get into the real time, how they can get the real experiences. It is also the need of external rewards is the basic motivating factor which is seen among this career stage. The main concern is about the career choice, the stability, and finding the suitable jobs as per their skills, as per their interest, and their own personal experiences. The values and the focus is more on learning, growth, and capability building. Then comes the mid career. Mid career is 30 to 40 years, or it is seen that between 30 to 40 years of age. Here, the main characteristics refers to advancing in career, lifestyle responsibilities may not limit the options, but they focus on more growth opportunities. They see that how they can grow from their existing roles or existing profiles. The need here is more on career advancement, more on how the people work on how to improve their own performances or update their own skill to get the better options in future. So here the more concern is about work life balances, promotions, and the job securities. And the main focus is on achievement, success, and responsibility among the employees. The late career, which is in a group of around 40 years or around 50 years. So here the characteristics are mainly where they get more respected. Their opinions matter because they have certain life experiences, and they have their own, not only their personal experiences, but they carries the good work experience also. So that of course matters when wherever their opinions are not mattered. So there is, it is seen that they have less productive. So the need here is more on the integrity, the contribution, how the employees can be contribute to the organization, their well-being or their stability. The main concern is on maintaining the position, mentoring others, and preparing for future. The main focus is on contribution. The main focus is on their own reputation, the commitment towards the work, and the declining stage, or maybe we can say it is a career end. When we see the career graph or career span, that is around 60 to 70 years of age, although the retirement age is 60 to 62. So but overall, when we see career end state, that is around it's a time span of 60 to 70 years, where they start planning for their retirement. They reduce the work involvement, and they examine the non-work interest. Here the mentoring and organizational continuity, or somehow it is seen that gradual disengagement is seen. It is seen within the employees. The main concern is about their retirement planning, their health and well-being, and the financial securities. So here the main focus is on creating a legacy, the satisfaction, the personal life, and top of it, the more, if the employee, if the person is active physically and mentally, they are in an active mode, then they look out for the part-time work or the related work opportunities, where they can use their own experiences, their own expertise into that particular areas. But along with that, there are certain career problems which is seen. One is lack of communication and interpersonal skills, which relates with the poor communication, affects growth and promotion. Mainly it is faces by the top managers, and the key issues are leadership skills and the relationship management. Then second career problem can be seen as limited career opportunity. It is seen mainly among the middle management, where because after the middle management, once a person reach to the for example to the managerial position, so moving from executive to managerial position is slightly easy. But after reaching the managerial position to the top management, or to jump to the general manager or the regional manager levels, that is we can say in a way that in one company, for that particular position, there is only one general manager, but there can be many managers. So these the middle management is the are the managers who have limited career opportunities after reaching that particular point. So their main key issues relates with the promotions, the career growth within an organization. The next career problem also with the middle managers is lack of career planning and guidance. It is seen that most sometimes there is no proper direction for the career growth, which creates a confusion and the slow progress among the among the managers. Along with that, there is another career problem at this level is over identification with organization, because by that time they are too attached to one department or too attached to one particular team. So this also happens mostly with the people who are at managerial managerial positions, because here attachment with that particular, even the sometimes it is seen as a geographical area also, or maybe some particular department. For example, a person is working from last 15 years in the same department with the same team, the same people, so they come in the comfort zone, and the way they communicate or the way they behave, they know everyone. The open area of them are very big, so that, but that creates the limited mobility for them if they see the career growth. Then again, the next problem can be attribution problems. Attribution problems is top managers blame self, middle managers blame external factors. So here it is seen that it is because of the self awareness. They cannot analyze on their own. They cannot do the self analysis correct, in a corrective manner. So there the self analysis should be focused on, so that the attribution problem can be solved. Then the another problem is occupational stress, the stress which affects the performance and the satisfaction. It is with everyone, because when it is it is a very common career problem with all the employees, which relates with the work pressure or the workload among the employees. Then is family and all career issues, where the family responsibilities affects the decisions. It happens mainly, it is seen mainly with the married employees only, where they cannot be able to handle those situations sometimes, about the transfers, about the relocation, or maybe the school, they have their school going children, changing of school. So a lot of things happens. They have a dual responsibility of the work area or work responsibilities, and the family responsibility. So they need to balance those things. So here the child education is one of the very important factor, and when they get transfers, the work life balance disturbs. So these are the few key issues. So unknown potential is one career problem which is seen as within the young managers who you know get the opportunity at a very early stages of their career, or maybe the first time managers. So feeling that skills are not fully used, because they even sometimes don't know how they use their skills, and what can be the optimum utilization of resources can be done on a personal level, or maybe their capabilities and their skills. That creates a frustration among this generation, or these managers, because they have different maybe bent of mind or different way of working, which sometimes cannot match with the existing team, or the other members or other managers. So the current trends and rising employment trends is non-monetary benefits increase motivation and job satisfaction. That is recognitions, the appreciations. The future jobs in demand include the digital marketing, artificial intelligence, data sciences, cyber security, drone handling, robotics, dietitians, even management. These are the few job responsibilities, or few employable trends which is seen nowadays. So the large companies are like Reliance Industries, Tata Steels, ONGs, SPIs are preferred by employees. It is seen that people really wanted to get into all these type of organization, the big organization, because the job security is much it is seen as much more higher. So hiring trends having changed the recruitment processes, as if now it is done either through the staffing agencies or the HR consultings firms, and the social media is also seen as one of the hiring tool to increase in the job market. Staffing companies like ABC Consultants, Edico, Aon Heard, CareerNet, these are hired by the organizations for the staffing purposes. There are other factors, other trends also, which is seen as the population is increasing, and the literacy rate is also seen as on a very high order. But similarly, parallelly, the unemployment rate has also increased. So to manage all, it is not about the literacy rate has increased, and the parallelly the unemployment rate has also increased. So that is one of the we can say an issue within the employment industry. So and post COVID, the job market has affected drastically. There are new employment opportunities also emerged, like gig economy or the part-time work environment, or a hybrid work environment. So these things also comes in picture. Work from home, or maybe the because that depends on the products and depends on the services of the organizations. So mainly it is seen that the companies preferred multi-skilled employees, because qualification is, yes, it is required, it is the base, but along with that they need the skilled employees to perform that particular job or to do that particular work. Organizations focus on upskilling the existing staff instead of hiring the new employees, because they are it is seen that the employees who are already working in an organization, they know about the organization policies, they know about the organization culture, so they always see that how we can upskill their existing employees. With a rapid technological increase and use of AI and automation, and digital system also impacted on the career trends. Intelligent automation in the product development, customer services, testing, data management, like chatbots, and using of AIs and using of different apps also impacted the current trends of within an industry. So work from home has become a major and major trend, and it helps in work life balance and productivity. The flexible working hours, the flexible working system has also adopted by organization. The contractual and project based employment is also increasing. The organizations are hiring the employees for limited period to reduce the cost. Work from home may is also seen as reducing the infrastructure cost. The employees expect the benefits other than salaries, such as health insurance, remote work, allowances, bonuses, training, sponsorship for the training programs and all. So organizations require the dynamic leadership to handle the changing environment. Reskilling and upskilling is become a necessary part in the development activities of an organization, and the skilled talent have have more opportunities in the future job market, because it is seen that the more they skilling and development is a continuous process. More skilled they are, more developing as per the changes within an industry trends, so they have more opportunities within the coming job market. So overall HRD climate and organization climate, they are very much related with and aligned with together. So HRD climate is a part of overall organization climate. It refers to the employee's perception about the development environment in an organization. HRD climate focuses on how much the organization support learning, growth and development of employees. So it is good, that it is seen that when the organization when anybody says that organization has a very good culture or a climate, it also refers to as a HRD climate, and it is treated to be most important resource of an organization. So all the managers and the supervisors or the strategic team or the framework what they have designed is about developing the employees' competencies. Uh, that becomes a major responsibility of creating the organization climate, which is a responsibility, which is a functional area of HRD climate. So there is a strong belief that when an employee can learn new skills at any stage of life, it is at any they can learn. Learning has no age. So second is open communication is increased instead of secrecy. Employees are allowed to express. Every person's opinion matters, and when they feel free to communicate, it sees that they are more productive, they are more motivated to or they are more committed to that particular organization. With the organization encourages risk taking and experimentation, when the employees are helped to know their strength and feedbacks through the proper feedback system. So overall this creates a HRD climate, and overall the organization climate where the high level of trust among the employees and the management is seen. The employees help and they have a collaborative culture, or they work in a collaborative manner. So employees help each other, not only in a collaborative manner, but also the team spirit is promoted within an organization. The personal policies are supportive and employee friendly. Organization differ at the level of HRD. HRD practices such as appraisals, trainings, rewards, career planning, job rotation, and potential developments are encouraged. Overall, when we see the organization health and effectiveness on the individual, team, and whole organization level, a good HRD climate helps the organization to become a growth oriented, flexible, and self renewing organization, because overall these things combinedly creates the organization climate. So there are certain mechanisms which include which refers to the systems of for developing employees are performance appraisal, potential appraisal, career planning, training and development, performance rewards, feedback system, counseling, systems, job rotation, and employee welfare and quality of work life. So overall, HRD climate had main three elements, that is journal climate, what is the journal policies, and the human resource development is importance is given to the top management and the line managers. Second is Octopac culture, which was given by TV Rao, and HRD mechanism. The supportive climate is from all the levels of an organization, about the good personal policies, positive feedback, the management's commitment and all. So Octopac is all about the openness, confrontation, trust, autonomy, productivity, authenticity, and collaboration. This particular system, this particular framework relates with is the elements of HR, which creates a good HRD climate, with employees are very free to share the ideas, they discuss openly, they have confidence among them or within the organization. The freedom to work independently, encourage initiatives, doing and being honest of doing what one says, and all about helping each other and collaborative approach. So top management style and philosophy is all about which is a contribution to HRD climate, is all about how they believe in employee capability, about the participative style, management style is important, openness to suggestions, openness about, and of course the receptive attitude improve the HRD climate. The personal policies also play a very important role about their fairness and objective performance appraisals, equal opportunity, educate resources for the training and welfare, and the good policies always promote the trust, cooperation, and feedback among the teamwork among the employees. So HRD instruments and systems overall creates the mechanism, overall creates the good climate, where these are equally important for the appraisal systems as well, over the development system as well. So but the attitude of HR and personal staff who contribute to the HRD climate is should be very helpful and supportive. Positive behavior is of course a very important to improve the climate. The employees should feel comfortable approaching to HR. It shows the open communication policies among the employees. The commitment of line manager is equally important in terms of coaching and subordinates, spending time on training, and commitment of the manager leads to better HRD climate. So overall, when we see, today on the about the performance management, which is a continuous and proactive systematic process, it is overall a good framework of organization. Then about the systems theories, views, organizations are interdependent, open systems, but behaviorism emphasizes that human motives and needs, because behavior plays a very important role in overall motivation and need of the employees. The personality significantly impact the job performance, specifically the big five traits. So big five theory of the personality also impacts the job performance. The career development is a we also discuss on the career development part, which is known to be as lifelong process of work related activities, which is influenced by Holland personality types. Holland personality types, as we see there, that what is the individual personality of the employee, whether they are realistic or investigative or artistic or social, whether they have the entrepreneurial attitude or the personality, or they are conventional employees. So accordingly, the personality also defines the sometimes or help in career choices. So mainly we have also seen the four main stages of career, that is early career, where the employees explore their career options, explore the career opportunities. In mid career, they really look on for the advancement. In late career, they are more concerned about the mentoring. And in the declining stage, that is around 60 to 70, or maybe at the retirement age, that is they are more focused on their own personal life or retirement planning or health factors and all. Or during the current trends in the employment market, they also look out for the part-time jobs, or maybe it is seen that the expertise in particular area look on for the advisory or consulting roles. Some career problems are also there, which includes a lack of communication skills, limited opportunity for promotion, occupational stress, and sometimes the dual career family issues. So overall, when we see career, when we talk about the performance management, we also discuss on the HRD climate, which is defined by the employees' perceptions of the organization's support for learning and growth, treating humans as most important resources. The strong HRD culture is characterized by OCTOPAC, that is openness, confrontation, trust, autonomy, proactivity, authenticity, and collaboration. This framework was given by Dr. T.V. Rao to which creates a good HRD culture or HRD climate within an organization. So overall, it is shaped by top management philosophy, supportive personal policies, and the commitment of line managers who act as the coaches, the guides to the team, to the organization, to the employees of an organization. So that's all for today. We have done the performance management, personality, we have covered the career development, personality, stages, HRD climate, OCTOPAC. That's all. Thank you so much for today. Namaste.